I know that it looks different from the view that I have because I'm in presenter mode. I actually think I'm going to turn it off in just a minute just so you guys can get a full screen of what we're doing. But welcome to this call, this webinar. It's time to become diamond, people. I'm super excited about what I'm about to share with you. And I actually learned this from, I watched a webinar that was done by one of my friends, Roger Webb. He is also a diamond. He's on the diamond page with me, and we often collaborate on the diamond page, and he shared this concept with us that he actually learned from Jeff and Diane Shepard. And so after watching it and studying it and making this presentation, I thought I would share it with each one of you because it's just that valuable, you guys. Seriously, it's absolutely amazing. So I'm going to stop my video so you can get a full screen and you don't have to see my little face in the bottom corner. So, and here we go. Let's get this show on the road. So I want to start out with, this is something that years ago I kind of fell into, and I began to study it. And I thought I could add it into this presentation to really give it that extra little, I love teaching with stories and object lessons. And so the question is, how is a diamond created? Does anybody know on this call? I know that you're all muted, but you could comment in the comment bar, in the chat box if you'd like to. But I'm going to tell you how an actual diamond, a diamond that comes from the earth, that we put in our rings, that we wear in our ears, that we wear in necklaces, is actually created. What does it actually take? And where they come from, and how long it takes, and the process that it has to go through, because it's actually pretty fascinating, this process. So diamonds actually start out deep, deep, deep beneath the earth. They actually start out in the mantle. So geologists believe that the diamonds in all of the Earth's commercial diamonds that have been deposited, they were formed in the mantle, and they were delivered to the surface by a deep source volcanic eruption. And actually, we have never seen one of these eruptions. We've seen volcanoes explode, but not one like this. This is like a super powerful, starts at the bottom and just explodes out like it's just a ginormous explosion. And so it actually grabs those diamonds on the way out. And that's how we get our diamonds to the surface. They get blown to the surface through this massive explosion. Now, you also, they say that they have found a few diamonds from asteroid impacts or from meteorites falling. But the most common ones are these diamonds that come from the mantle. And the thing about diamonds is in order to form a diamond, the formation of natural diamonds require a very high temperature and very high amounts of, or intense amounts of pressure. So these conditions occur in limited zones of the earth, the mantle, about 90 miles below the surface. And the temperatures get to at least 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so I wanted to start with this because it's like really, it's such an interesting process creating a diamond. And I love it that doTERRA has made one of our ranks diamond because I feel like they go hand in hand. They're very parallel to one another. So let's talk about diamonds and graphite. So graphite is what we use to write with. And as most of us might know, or maybe you don't know, I actually love rocks. And so this is something that I geek out over, but graphite is very crumbly. It is not a very hard substance, whereas diamonds are one of the hardest gemstones we have on the planet. They're very durable. And the interesting thing about this is they are made from the exact same component, carbon. And the difference, there's a different structure, and that's why one is super tight and strong and resistant, and one just crumbles. So in diamonds, the atoms are carefully packed together with each atom connecting to various other carbon atoms. as compared to graphite, where the bonds in between the layers are super weak. And so for a diamond, they actually like bind together and they support one another, whereas graphite doesn't do that same thing. They kind of like flatten out. And this to me is like so amazing because this correlates so well with our doTERRA businesses, as sometimes we feel like we're building on our own, and sometimes we have placement issues where we scatter everybody across the top line and there's 20 people and we're set up for a triple presidential diamond, times 5, instead of really binding together and realizing that as we support our teams and we build deeper and we connect people, we build an actual community, we make something super strong. And so I wanted to start out this presentation with that, because really this presentation is all about binding our teams together and motivating them and inspiring them to do exactly what we're going to teach on this webinar. So I hope you're ready. My question is, are you building a diamond or graphite organization in your doTERRA business? I want you to think about that as we go through this. And I'm hoping by the end that this can be a little inspiring, or super inspiring, not a little, like a ton inspiring, where you will be all in and you'll be ready to go diamond and really create that structure that binds together and is super strong and stays together forever. So let's see. I just want you to know as I start here that I am totally committed. I'm committed at a different level than I've ever been before. And I really feel like as we've been focusing on and kind of stepping into this more committed level, my husband and I have been thinking a lot about creating this culture of commitment. So much so that I've created a couple programs, and some of you have participated in the Exceptionally Elite program. And that program I designed specifically so that this culture of commitment is ingrained in us. And it's something that we don't just show up for a week or 2 or a month, and then we take a break, and then we show up again, and then we take a break. But we are committed. It is who we are. It's what we do. We show up every single week over and over again, no matter what's going on in our lives. We all have so many things going on in our lives. And I totally get that. And I understand that. But we also all have these dreams. If you're on this call, I know you want to be diamond. I know that this is something that you have on your vision board, and it's going to take some commitment. It's going to take us digging deep, 90 miles beneath the mantle, and getting that heat up and really feeling that pressure, feeling the intense pressure that comes from a volcanic eruption, and putting it into practice. And so I'm super excited to share this with you guys. I hope that you guys are excited, and I hope that you're ready to learn what I'm about to teach. This was, like I said at the beginning, this was actually developed by Jeff Shepard. Diane and Jeff Shepard are Blue Diamonds from Arizona. They are amazing builders, and they recently had a frontline mastermind where they brought all their frontline leaders to their house, and they presented this idea to them. And it's so amazing that I wanted to share it with you guys. So I just want you to know, as I talk about commitment before I go to the next slide, that sometimes in doTERRA, we really feel, we kind of get this, I don't even know how to explain it, this thought process of, oh, I don't matter, or I'm not on Mandy's top line, and so I don't matter to her. And I want to squash that thought, push it out of your mind, and make sure that you understand that you know that whether you're on my top line, my second line, my 10th line, my 14th line, no matter what, we cannot wait to have you bust through and be a diamond. We want to be there for you. We want to support you. Like, we cannot wait to go to that first gala where we have our first diamond walking. Like, seriously, I can't, like this morning I was thinking about it. I was visualizing it, and I cannot wait for that day and I was thinking for the day when we have 12 and 24 and 100 walking as diamonds. Truly, that's what we're working for. So it doesn't matter what line you're on. Just 2 months ago, we did a class for somebody who is 14 levels below us. So just know wherever you are in our organization, you matter to us and your dreams matter to us. And we are committed more than we ever have before at helping you achieve these dreams. And truly, it's what I think about. It's what I dream about. I want you to know that I've gone through it all just like you have. And I've had those thoughts like, why am I stuck? What am I doing wrong? How do I get momentum going? What can I change? How do I make this better? Am I really even supposed to be doing this? I've had all those thoughts. In fact, just last week, I was struggling. We've had a very emotional couple months, and there's been a lot going on. And I just sat there and I thought, what am I doing? Am I even inspiring anyone? Is what I'm doing matters? Does it matter to anyone? And is this where I'm supposed to be? And I'm so thankful for reminders. I can't live my life without oils. And I instantly grabbed an oil, put it on, and realized this does matter. It matters to me. It matters to my kids. It matters to my family. And hopefully it matters to you guys as well. And so I just want you to know that we all have those feelings. We all struggle with the thought, like, am I doing enough? Am I enough? Can I do this? And the cool thing is that doTERRA has created this program, and they have really made it possible for, I guess it's not a program. They've just created product that makes it possible for anyone to succeed. You just have to follow the plan. And so my commitment to you is that I'm going to show up, and I'm going to continue to show up for the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. And like I said, we have taken our commitment to a new business level. And I'm asking you in this call to step it up with me and become even more committed than you have been these last little bits. Now, let's talk about the old way of going diamond, because that's what this call is about. We're going to talk about how to get to diamond in 2 years. That's actually super conservative. You'll see when I show you the numbers that diamond in 2 years it totally is doable. And so this is kind of the way that I did it. Teach 4 classes in your first week, and then teach 2 classes a week after until you hit diamond. Now, I didn't quite do 2 classes a week until I hit diamond. It took me 4 years to get to diamond, but I did do 1 class a week until I hit diamond. And there were classes where nobody showed up. There were classes when 40 people showed up. There were classes when 5 people showed up. But what I found was consistency matters. And what I have learned from other diamonds is that consistency matters. So in order for this to work, in order for us to help others create diamond organizations, we can't just say we want you to be diamond. We have to get these commitments from each one of us that we're ready to show up, and we're ready to show up consistently. Now, the old way really was a struggle, and what we want to create is fun, right? Like, that's what we all want, is a fun, well, maybe not everybody, at least for me, that is my go-to word. I want something to be fun. I want it to be happy. I want it to be worth my time. And I have found that with doTERRA essential oils, they are super fun to share with our friends and our family members. They're super fun to teach in classes, especially when people show up. When people don't show up, then it's not nearly as fun. And we want to take away from that stress and overwhelmed and anxiety, those anxious feelings that come from that old way. The old way there was a lot of stress associated with so many classes all the time. And so Jeff and Diane Shepard have shown us that there is an easier way. This is kind of the newer way. And as doTERRA has evolved, things have gotten easier because we've learned from other people's mistakes. And so I'm going to teach you this easier way. And the beautiful thing about it is that numbers don't lie. And so you're going to love it. So this new way is to teach 2 classes each month. And instead of 4, or no, we were doing 8, 2 classes each month, and teach 3 people to teach 2 classes each month. So really what we're asking is to bring more people into our vision with us, and to not overwhelm them with 25 classes that they have to do, but really begin to get really good at teaching people how to do 2 high quality classes that will bring in some people. And I'm going to show you the math and how this works. And I know that some of you might be thinking, but but I don't have anywhere to hold classes, or but I don't have anyone to invite, or but I need to learn a little bit more. And I'm going to ask you to hold on to those buts and get through this whole presentation with me, and hopefully I'll be able to address some of those issues as we go through here, because truly this process is simplified. It's so much easier than it used to be, and I'm going to show you how. Really, this is all it takes. Truly, this is all it takes. You can totally do this. It's completely realistic if you get committed and you commit to those 2 quality classes each month. So let's talk about, what is a class? What is a class, and what does it look like? So a class is 4 to 6 people in attendance. This is what we're asking for to make these numbers that I'm going to show you, these awesome numbers, work. 4 to 6 people in attendance. This doesn't mean that they all have to be wellness advocates. It would be or not wellness advocates. It would be really nice if 6 people showed up and no one was a wellness advocate. What we're shooting for are 2 enrollments. And so obviously you don't want to get 4 people who are wellness advocates and 2 brand new people, just in case you can't close at 100% close rate. I know that most of the time my close rate is 80%. Sometimes we've had a few classes where it just hasn't worked out that way. But if you know your close rate, you know the number of people that you need to bring into attendance. We're looking for 2 brand new enrollments at every single class. So that would be a total of 4 enrollments per month personally that you are doing. About 400 PV per class. And so we can talk about what that looks like in just a minute. So in order for these numbers to work that I'm about to show you, this is exactly like the formula here. 4 to 6 people, 2 enrollments, 400 PV per class. So let's talk about the benefits of teaching 2 classes consistently in a month. First of all, you're going to totally improve your teaching skills. Oh my gosh, I have a typo on my thing here. It says skills. So I will fix that. You're going to improve your teaching skills. You cannot be consistent at teaching classes and not improve. That's the beautiful thing about it, is really, honestly, when you begin teaching frequently, you are able to improve those skills. And, I've heard somebody say, you got to teach 5 bad classes to teach 1 good one, and 5 good ones to teach 1 great one. And it's totally true. If you're teaching a total of, 8 classes a year, your skills aren't becoming mastered. You're not honing those skills. Okay, our next thing is when you are teaching 2 classes consistently a month, you're learning more about the product. And this just comes naturally because you get lots of questions come at you. You start looking things up more frequently, and you're able to really become a wizard with your product. One of the things people say is, I don't know enough yet to teach. I hear that a lot. I don't know enough yet to teach. So can you come and teach? And the cool thing is when you start teaching, truly, you are the one that's learning the most. I don't know how many times you've taught maybe in church or at school. Usually when I have to teach, I learn more than I feel like the people that I'm teaching learn, because I've had to put in that time. The next thing is you really become a better solutions provider. And isn't that what we all want to be? We are here to serve other people. And so our goal is to become a better solutions provider. We want to help other people. We want to serve them. And the only way to get better at that is to practice. And the only way we're going to practice is to get in front of people. And so truly those 2 classes are beneficial that way. The other thing that's awesome with teaching 2 consistent classes a month is your fast start checks will increase. And you will begin to see, and I'm going to show you the numbers in just a minute, how they can increase exponentially. If you're sitting there wondering or thinking, I've been in doTERRA for 3 years or 5 years or 7 years, I don't understand why I'm not making more money. I'm going to show you how and what the numbers look like to exponentially grow in 6 months. You guys, it's like crazy, out of this world. It's amazing. And finally, a lot of times people will say, I'm just not good at closing. I can never enroll anybody. And the only way to get better at that is to teach more classes and learn how to hone in on your closing skills. And you can't learn that unless you're doing it. And so your close rate will definitely go up when you're teaching 2 classes consistently every single month. So, let's talk about how 2 classes each month will benefit your business. And let's look at the numbers. First of all, if you have 4 enrollments per month, that's roughly, you want to do about 2 home essentials kits, 2 family essentials kits, and some add-ons. You know, a lot of times people will add on a balance or Serenity. And so really you need about $100 of add-ons with this combination. Okay, this doesn't include natural solution kits. So with this combination and these amounts of add-ons, this will bring you right about 800 PV per month that you're adding to your organization. About half of those people are going to go on LRP because you're going to get really good at those wellness overviews that happen after they enroll. And so hopefully you will get 2 new people every month on LRP ordering 100 PV or more. So these are kind of our goals that we're shooting towards each month to get these numbers that I'm about to show you. Okay, so I know a lot of you are thinking, yeah, but there's all these things. And I just want to tell you that when you are teaching 2 classes every single month, like I said before, your skills are going to improve. And I'm going to teach you at the end how to improve them even more. So the cool thing about this is that our company averages, they do not lie. These numbers that I'm showing you, this is the company average. They're actually very conservative company averages. And I know you might be thinking, yeah, but those are probably numbers by diamonds or blue diamonds or platinums. And that's not true. These are company averages. These are brand new people all the way up to presidentials. It's the average between all of them. So it's doable. It's not like we have put this pie in the sky goal out there. This is just your basic like average that you can do if you're really honing in and hosting 2 very precisely organized, high quality classes. You know, the old way we used to like throw these classes together and try and get like so many classes going at once. And sometimes the quality of them and the quality of the people coming in and like whether they were prepped or not kind of suffered because we were doing so much. And so I love this 2 classes a month that are high quality prepped people who are ready to come in and buy. Okay, so let's talk about these numbers. Here we go. Okay, so if just you do this, if you're the only one, let's say you start out, you're brand spanking new, and you are going to host 2 classes a month. You're going to get really good at sampling people and inviting them to the classes, following up with them so they show up to the class, and you follow this method. Now, this is actually very close. I know some of you, I've sent a video about how to go diamond in 2 years, and it's teach 5, enroll 1 per month. This is very similar to that because basically we're enrolling 4 people a month. And some people like to do it in wellness, wellness consults individually, and some people like to do them in classes. So this is the class format, okay? We host 2 classes and we have 4 new enrollments. So you can see right under month 1, we've got 4 new customers. This is just you. With 800 PV that has come in from those enrollments. Now the next line down, it shows there's 0 LRP because this is a brand new person starting out, and that first month, nobody can process an LRP order. you are going to have 800 brand new volume that month. Okay. Your fast starts are going to be $160. Your pay increase is $160. Your cumulative is $160. If we move to month 2, okay, so now we're going to add 4 more customers. And do you see how it says on month 2? There's actually six there. So that's 4 customers that we're adding, plus your 2 LRP people. So 4 customers that are brand new, 2 LRPs because you have set up and done your wellness consults with people, got them on their LRP. So you have 800 brand new PV coming in. You have 250 of your reorder of people who have gone in there. That's your LRP orders, because most of the time they're going to spend $125 to get that free oil. So that's 2 people doing $125. So your overall new monthly volume for that month is 1,050. Now your fast starts, because it's still in the first 60 days, you're going to get, instead of 160, you're going to get 210, because those 2 brand new people who jumped into LRP are now you're going to be getting fast starts for them as well. So your pay increase is going to be $210 per month, or that month. And total, you will have earned $370 total. Okay, so that's month 2. So then if we look at month 3, once again, we're going to add 4 new people. And we've got our 2 people who auto shipped last month. And now we're going to add 2 more that auto shipped this month. And so we're at 8 total. So we've got 800 PV that's coming in on brand new volume. And we've got 2 new LRPers and 2 old ones now. So we're at 500. Our overall is 1,300. And we're going to bring in $210 in fast starts. But now our unilevels kick in. And we're going to make $12.50. So we're at $222.50. So a total of almost $600. Now, in the first 3 months of your business, if you're spending $200 per month on your business, you will break even by month 3, if that makes sense. So you'll break even on that. Now, personally for me, I spent about $150 total each month at the very beginning because I couldn't afford to do any more. Now, if you look at month 4, you'll see we're at 10, because once again, we're adding 2 new LRPers. We're keeping the 4 we already have. We're adding 4 new people. And you can see that the cumulative there is $827. And you're going to make right around $235 that month between fast starts and commissions. So we move all the way up to month 6. And you can see here that we have 2,050 OV volume that's come in. And you're making about $260 a month total at that point. Okay, so that's just you. Now, you know how I was talking at the beginning about that diamond and graphite and the difference. And really, if your goal is to be diamond, then part of your job is going to be and is to bring people into this amazing business opportunity and find 3 people who will do exactly what you're doing, who you can teach what to do. So these classes that I'm talking about, these are not 2 classes that you do with other people. Now, you could do them for people who refer them to you, but these are not builder classes that you're doing for other people. So you're going to find 3 people. Oh, I got ahead of myself. That's not all. Look what happens when you teach 2 classes a month and your frontline leaders, this is what I'm talking about, or qualifiers do exactly the same. So we're going to bring them into this diamond structure. We're going to motivate and inspire them to become a part of this awesome journey that we're in with doTERRA. And we're going to ask them to commit, just like I'm asking you to commit. And it's more than just a month. It's more than just a week. It's more than just a couple months. When you ask these people to join in your business, I would ask them to commit to at least a year and say, after a year, if we are not at a place that it's making sense to keep going, then let's reevaluate. So yeah, we're going to see if they will commit that, get that culture of commitment as well, and do 2 classes a month with, not with you, but as well. So when your frontline leaders, your new qualify or your new people, when they start hosting 2 classes a month as well, and they are enrolling 4 people as well, you can see here that you go from 4 new people to 12, and, or they add 12 into that. Excuse me, sorry. Your OV goes from 800 to 2,400 that quickly. And you go from 160 to $240 per month with a cumulative income increase of $400. Just a sec, I need to take a drink. Sorry about that. I got a frog in my throat. Month 2, you can see, guess what? If you get 3 people to do exactly the same thing that you're doing, and we teach them, we work together and we teach them how to host successful classes, how to enroll just 4 people a month. That's all we're looking for, 4 people a month. Then by month 2, if you were brand new, you will be absolutely amazing and you will hit your elite for the first time, because you'll have those team members helping you. Now, as you can see, month 3, 4, and 5, the numbers get super exciting. By month 5, you've hit Premier. Okay, so this is like super, super cool. It takes 5 months to get you to Premier, and you know, because you're teaching how to duplicate, that your people can do the same exact thing. If you teach them how to do it, they can teach their people how to do it as well. Now, look at these numbers here. You go from $247 in month 5 to $427 in month 5 when you have people working with you. And cumulative on month 6, you've made $2,000 in 6 months with just 3 people helping you out. But let's just see if we take this one step further. Now, this would be your 50 PV power of 3, okay? Which we haven't even really put that into motion. If your 3 people then are able to duplicate themselves and get just 3 people, just 3, that's all we're asking, to do 2 classes a month as well. Okay, so this is simply, we're just asking them to join our business, to become business partners with us, and just host 2 classes a month. And we're going to teach them, we're going to help them learn how to bring in qualified people who are ready to build a strong business, or who are ready to order essential oils or build a business. Okay, you can see in that month 1, if you have, let's see, how many people is this? 4, there's 4 with you and then 9 more. So that would be 13. If 13 of you are working together and each one of you follow this plan, month 1, you will be at $7,200, or OV, I should say, not dollars. Sorry. That's $7,200 OV. That will put you automatically at Premier. Like, that's amazing. Month 1. And so I love how simple this is. I love it that this plan doesn't require 25 different things. All we're asking is for people to jump in and be committed and get 5 really awesome people to come to their class twice a month, 10 people total, pre-qualified, pre-sampled, ready to learn, ready and willing to try the essential oils, to come to your class. And we just need to enroll 4 of those. That's not even a 50% close rate. And those numbers are super, super conservative for doTERRA, as we all know. Now, if you look at this, within 6 months, if you're able to bring people into your diamond structure, like what I was talking about. Now, not the diamond structure where you have 4 silvers. I'm talking about the difference between diamond and graphite, where you guys bind together and you help each other and you motivate and inspire each other. And you help each other learn how to truly to grow in this business. By month 6, you'll have 18,000 OV spread across evenly 3 lines, which is absolutely amazing. Just awesome. Now, at that point, you'll be making right around $1,000 a month when you hit that point. Okay, so the numbers, they absolutely do not lie. And that's what I love about doTERRA is doTERRA is always very conservative with their numbers. But let's take this just a little, well, I just want to show you, if you were to start as an elite, which most people who are on this call probably are elite, okay? You're probably not starting from the beginning. So if you were to start as an elite and you were to do this, okay, you were to get you and just your front line, okay, not those 9 underneath you, just you and your front line. That's all we're talking about right now. If you were to start with just you and your front line, the first month you will increase your check by $600 if you guys do this between your fast starts and things like that. And you will qualify as a premier that month. Now, if you do it for month 2, you can see premier again. By month 3, if you're starting out as elite, you're going to hit silver, and that will be absolutely amazing. So you will have increased 5,200 OV in just 3 months, just using this. This is like this basic formula. And then you can see you continue on as silver. I'm going to show you one more thing. If you decide to add that second level into it, okay? So if really what you do is you go out and you talk to your business partners. If you've started your business, you probably have at least one business partner with you. If you don't, then you're going to start at the beginning and it's going to take you a little bit longer. But what I'm going to show you is this is a 6-month plan. And I said within 2 years, if you follow this for 2 years, like there's nothing keeping you from Blue Diamond. It's absolutely amazing as you really bring people into that diamond structure with you. And so if you take this down to your second level and you encourage those 9 people to do the same exact thing that you're doing, and I would suggest having a team call, sharing this. This will go on YouTube, sharing this video with them, just teaching them that it doesn't have to be complicated. It just requires 2 nights a month, or 2 days or whatever, 2 mornings, whenever their classes are right. And probably about 40 samples to get 10 people to a class. We're looking for 10 to 12 people total, brand new people in 1 month to a class, with 4 of those signing up. When you start as elite and you get your second level involved as well, that first month you'll hit silver, the 3rd month you'll hit gold, and the 5th month you'll hit platinum, and you will be well on your way to creating a diamond organization. Usually, and I don't know if I've got this one here, let's just see. Diamond, nope, I don't. Diamond will be there within 8 to 9 months easily. So that's in under 2 years. If you're at an elite, you can hit diamond within the year following this plan. That's all it's going to take. So let's go in here. Let's talk about strategy. Strategy is critical. When we look at these numbers and just how, I'm just going to go back, and just how everything needs to line up, truly strategy is super, super important in this process. And part of the reason why is because if you are enrolling 4 people and not knowing where to put them, and they end up right across the top line, you're creating a graphite organization. It's not going to hold, it's going to crumble. So placements matter. Placements matter so very, very much. And until you feel confident in doing placements, you need to ask your upline. There's another typo, as your spline. You can tell when Siri likes to correct things. You need to ask your upline for help. I know personally, I am more than happy at any time to talk to my team and help them with strategizing. This is actually my top strength in Strength Finders is strategy. And so it's something that I love to do. I love looking at organizations and seeing how they can really structure in a beneficial way. The next thing is, the sooner you get your 3, the sooner you're going to see growth. So let's say you don't have anybody you're working with right now. Let's say you have nobody who wants to do the business with you right now. Your job is to host those 2 classes a month and to help in that process find 3 people who want to do exactly what you're doing. Now, when I advertised for this class, I said it would take 2 years. And you can see that once you get people into place, it will take probably less than 9 months to hit your diamond. So it's so important to keep duplicating and watch it explode. It's just so fun to think about this. proper training is absolutely critical. And so I want you to think about inviting, teaching, closing, all the like parts of the pipe. The overview is very critical. If you're struggling with any of that, if you know I can get people to classes, but I struggle with the close, or I love teaching, but I can't get people to classes, then that's when you need to reach out and get help. You need to enroll in some of our programs that we have going on right now. I just started another Exceptionally Elite program. It's a super easy way to learn the business and to really get your mind going. And we talk about inviting, teaching, closing, all these different things throughout the 8 weeks. You can get on YouTube. You don't have to get help from us. You can get help from somebody else. I know there's tons of doTERRA people who are happy to mentor. I actually hired coaches all through my growing, doTERRA business. And it was super helpful to do those things. But it's important that you reach out and you get help on the areas that you're struggling with. And the next thing is that all 13 people need to be actively engaged. And so this is where that gathering, that momentum, that fun, exciting, really community feel needs to come in. It's important to work as a team. Imagine how powerful it would be to go back to the people who wanted to build years ago with you and share this with them and invite them to be part of the team again. I just think that would be super powerful to say, hey, we've got this new program, we've got this new way. Are you interested in learning about this? And then next, you really want to plan it out. And so if this is resonating with you, if you're like, oh my gosh, this makes sense, this is simplified, this is what I've been looking for, this is what I've been wanting, then I would encourage you to get your 2 classes on your schedule for the next 6 months. And let us know, like text me and let me know when your classes are, and let us know so we can support you and cheer you on through the process. Like, get those classes that are yours. They're not your team's, they're not anybody else's. These are your classes that you're going to teach. Get them on the books so we can cheer you on. And finally, just remember, I think I just said this, that these classes are yours. They're not for anybody else. I mean, other people can come, but you're not you're not showing up and teaching for other people unless you get really good at finding referrals. And that's a whole nother topic. That's an awesome way to do it, but that typically isn't done with builders. Those are just people who refer you to it. And then finally, don't give up. And this is like, if I could share one nugget of wisdom with you, this is it. I remember when I started doTERRA, and Natalie Goddard gave us this challenge to not quit for a year. She said, just keep going. There's going to be months when you want to quit. There's going to be months when you want to give up. And I just showed you the numbers. That's what happens when you consistently host classes and get qualified people to your classes. I've seen it happen over and over and over again as we've helped our team members grow their businesses. And I'm so thankful I did not give up. And I know that I told this story on our Exceptionally Elite live video today, but I'm going to tell it again tonight, that I committed at that point to build for a year. And 9 months later, I had a stroke due to a blood clotting disorder that I have. And the year before, I was actually a daycare provider. I made $800 a month caring for 2 kids, about 12 hours a day, 5 days a week. I was making like $3 an hour. It was ridiculous, or less. And I had a stroke 9 months after I'd started my doTERRA business. I was making right around $900 a month at that point. And when that happened, my check, I stopped working, and my check held steady right around $750 a month. And what that taught us was there's power in residual income. There's power in commitment, and there's power in not giving up. There's power in staying connected. Now, let's talk more about these buts, because I think that often we get hung up. We have in our mind these these, what are they? Demons that like, yeah, but I don't have people to teach. Okay. So if that's something you're thinking, then my advice to you is to get training, expand your network, get on meetup.com, meet with your mentors, ask them, look online on how to expand your network. Go to Eric Warre. He's amazing at this process. Read some books and learn how to book classes off of classes. These are all things that you can find online. They're things that we're willing to talk to you about. It's just a matter of reaching out, figuring out what it is that's holding you back, and then getting support and help with that. Here's another one. I don't get that many enrollments. I have a really hard time getting enrollments. Okay. So once again, the more you teach, the better you're going to get, and the more enrollments you'll get. So your success rate will increase significantly every month that you are consistent with this. And the next one is, my enrollments aren't that big. Usually I do lower PV. So sometimes a lot of people get stuck in that, like, 1 or 2 oils, or they only ever do family physician kits or family essentials kits. Oh, that was a throwback to the day. And so my advice to that is get training, work with a mentor, and follow the team trainings that are going on. You don't have to just follow our team trainings. There's tons of trainings that you can tap into and pay minimal amount or even free. The trainings that I host are always free because I want you guys to know that they're there and they're available for you. And then finally, I hear this a lot. And I actually hear this a ton. I don't have any builders. And it's interesting because I talk to people in their lines that are builders, that want to be builders, but people have a hard time recognizing people as builders. So once again, my advice to that, my answer is work with a mentor and learn how to attract new builders. Often it's not that you don't have them, it's that you don't even know how to recognize them. You don't know how to attract them when they're right in front of you. When your success level increases, more people will want to join you in your business. And so truly this law of attraction is a big thing. If it were me and I felt like I didn't have any builders, I would definitely get on the law of attraction book. I would start watching videos and reading about it and learning how to attract the type of builder that I want. And you reach out to us. We've got lots of great information about how to do this. Okay, so let's just map this out. So who is your Teach To team? Okay, so if you can see this, you are at the top, and then the second line are your 3 people, and the third line are their 3 people. This is it. This is the entire thing. Imagine how powerful this is. If you could fill this out and bubble in people, this is also your power of 3. So you can see that if you work at just asking people to do 2 classes a month, that's all it is. We're just asking for that commitment. Then you will definitely have your power of 50, or power of 50, actually 250, power of 3 bonus coming every single month as well. I'm going to ask you guys to get a piece of paper tonight and draw this out. You can download power of 3 worksheets and things like that, but personally for me, I actually drew this out on my mirror when I was working towards this years ago. And I still to this day draw out exactly what we're working towards. Get a blank piece of paper, put you at the top and your 3 people underneath you, and then see where the holes are. And then you'll know what you're truly working to fill this in. Okay, here's a question that just came in. What if a builder is not on your top line? This is a great question. Thank you, Vicki, for asking this. If a builder is not on your top line, this still works. Okay, this still works. You can still ask them to do the 3 and to do the 2 classes, and find 3 people that will do the 2 classes, and they can be a qualifier. When I first qualified for Diamond, one of my builders was 4 levels below me. And so we were working on her organization just down deeper. Here's the thing to remember. Elise Chedevy has shared that it's beneficial to work as close to the top as possible, because for every diamond that pops in your organization, on your top line, they're worth about $10,000 each per month. If they drop to your second line and they're a diamond on your second line, they're worth about $5,000 per month each. If they drop to your third line, they're worth about $2,500 per month each. And your fourth line, they're worth about $1,200 each. So it's totally fine to build those to have those be your qualifiers while you're finding other people. And sometimes when we place people, they get stuck down deeper in our organization than we wanted to, because we just didn't realize at the time that they wanted to build things like that. So my advice to that is utilize them and help them to see the power of this. Bring them into your community and look for another person that you can put on your top line as well. You need to know who your team is and where your holes are and what you're looking for. And so this is critical. This is our community. These are our business partners. These are our forever business partners. Yes, Joyce just asked if this is going to be available to share with your downline. Absolutely, Joyce. Thank you so much for asking. It will be on YouTube tonight. On my channel, youtube.com/Mandy Summers, and that's SOMMERS. Okay, so let's talk about, and actually, I'm so glad you asked that, because that leads right into the next one. Invite others to join you. This is your chance. Really, our goal is to bring people in and invite them to be a part of this awesome journey that we're on. It's so amazing. I love this doTERRA company so much. It's so fun living close to headquarters, because just to feel the energy that comes out of these visionary people is so amazing. And so truly, you get to be that visionary person for your team. That they're looking for somebody to lead them. And that gets to be you. You get to be the one to cheer them on and to believe in them and to tell them that it's okay when they, get discouraged, and to just cheer them on and tell them just 2 classes a month. That's what we're looking for. 4 enrollments per month. People are attracted to energy and movement. And so if you really have that strong desire to be diamond, my advice is to go for it. Don't put it off. Don't wait for it. Life happens to all of us. There's always going to be things that pop up. There's always going to be moves. There's always going to be kid things going on. There's always going to be life and work and just tons of things. And my invitation to you is to embrace it and to show up and put energy into your business consistently for the next year. And I can promise you, you will see explosive growth. Now, Tony Robbins said, deciding to commit to yourself to long-term results rather than short-term fixes is as important as any decision you'll ever make in your lifetime. I think sometimes we jump into doTERRA and we think, oh, we need to make $1,000 in 4 months. And then when that doesn't happen, we quit. Or when we don't see instant success, we quit. I'm so thankful. I cannot even tell you how thankful I am that in those first 9 months, Natalie Goddard committed me to be committed. She asked me to just stick with it for a year. And I was only able to do 9 months. And I couldn't quit at that point. There was no way I could quit, because it had just grown too big. Now, as we kind of wrap up, I want you to think about some of your buts that have been going through your head. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. I tend to be a positive person. And so I tend to think, okay, let's do this. But if you have been struggling, just remember this quote. I love this quote. Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. Truly, it's time to align our minds with greater success, to align our minds with our goals and our dreams. I think about our convention intentions that so many of you guys came to our house and expressed and said to all of us. And we are trying so hard to encourage each one of you to achieve those goals so that you don't come back in September and you're not exactly where you were last year at this time. Let's create energy and movement in our organizations and show the world that we're ready for this. I invite you to join us. John and I are working super hard. We are all in, And we are so excited to have such amazing business partners with us. I invite you to be part of this explosive commitment. That's what makes diamonds emerge. I want you to think about those volcanic eruptions. And there are times in our lives when really we have to put that time in. We have to put that dedicated commitment. And that short amount of commitment, that short time of commitment will pay off in the long run. I promise. I truly hope with all my heart that this webinar inspires so many of you guys to commit to the year, and within the next year we see dozens of diamonds pop just from teaching 2 classes a month, enrolling 4 people a month. I promise you it will be worth it. I promise you. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. You guys are amazing. Have a wonderful night. Let me know if you need help, if you want to reach out to us. We are more than happy to help in whatever way we can. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for watching. Bye.